Europe in the early 20th century was a tapestry woven with intricate alliances and simmering rivalries. The great powers, including the British Empire, the German Empire, the Austro-Hungarian Empire, and the Russian Empire, engaged in a complex dance of diplomacy and military buildups. Nationalism, a powerful force, surged through the veins of many nations, particularly in the volatile Balkan region. This area, often referred to as the powder keg of Europe, was a melting pot of ethnicities and conflicting territorial ambitions. Beneath the veneer of peace and progress, tensions simmered. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary, heir to the throne, would tragically expose these underlying currents of unrest and plunge the world into chaos. The assassination was not the sole cause of the war, but rather the spark that ignited the highly flammable atmosphere. Years of military build-up, imperial competition, and aggressive nationalism had created a climate where war seemed almost inevitable. The assassination served as the catalyst, the tipping point that propelled Europe into the abyss. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel, and let us know in the comments what video we should do next. On a sunny June day in Sarajevo, Archduke Franz Ferdinand and his wife, Sophie, were assassinated by Gavrilo Princip, a young Serbian nationalist. This act of violence, shocking in its audacity, set off a chain reaction that would forever alter the course of history. Austria-Hungary, enraged by the assassination on its soil, issued an ultimatum to Serbia, a series of demands intentionally designed to be unacceptable. Serbia, backed by Russia, refused to comply fully with the ultimatum, leading Austria-Hungary to declare war on July 28, 1914. The system of alliances, intended to maintain a balance of power and prevent war, instead functioned as a deadly domino effect. Within days, Germany declared war on Russia in support of Austria-Hungary. France, bound by treaty to Russia, mobilized its troops. Germany, fearing a two-front war, declared war on France and invaded neutral Belgium to outflank French defenses. This act of aggression prompted Great Britain to declare war on Germany, completing the lineup for a global conflict. The initial stages of the war were marked by a sense of naive optimism, a belief that it would be a short and decisive conflict. However, this illusion was quickly shattered as the war bogged down in a brutal stalemate along the Western Front. A new and terrifying form of warfare emerged: trench warfare. Soldiers on both sides found themselves trapped in a nightmarish labyrinth of trenches, separated by a desolate expanse known as no man's land. Life in the trenches was an agonizing ordeal. Soldiers endured relentless artillery bombardments, machine gun fire, and the constant threat of sniper attacks. Disease, trench foot, and mental breakdowns were rampant. New technologies, developed with the intention of breaking the stalemate, only amplified the horrors of war. Poison gas, tanks, and airplanes were unleashed on the battlefield, each innovation adding a new layer of devastation and suffering. Section 4. Shifting Tides and the Armistice. The year 1917 marked a turning point in the war. The United States, outraged by Germany's unrestricted submarine warfare and its attempt to incite Mexico into attacking America, declared war on Germany. The entry of the United States, with its vast industrial and human resources, tipped the balance of power in favor of the Allies. Meanwhile, Russia, racked by internal turmoil, underwent the Bolshevik Revolution. The Bolsheviks, led by Vladimir Lenin, signed a separate peace treaty with Germany, ending Russia's involvement in the war. This freed up German troops to launch a massive offensive on the Western Front in a desperate gamble to secure victory before the full weight of American might could be brought to bear. Germany's final offensive ultimately failed, and the tide turned decisively against the Central Powers. Exhausted and facing imminent defeat, Germany signed the Armistice on November 11, 1918, ending the hostilities. Section 5. Scars on the World. World War I, the war to end all wars, tragically failed to live up to its name. The war's human cost was staggering. Millions perished on the battlefields, victims of bullets, bombs, and disease. Millions more were wounded, many bearing the physical and psychological scars of war for the rest of their lives. The Treaty of Versailles, signed in 1919, officially ended the war but sowed the seeds for future conflicts. The treaty imposed harsh punishments on Germany, including territorial losses, disarmament, and crippling reparations. This fueled resentment and instability in Germany, contributing to the rise of extremist ideologies like Nazism in the years that followed. World War I reshaped the map of Europe. Empires crumbled and new nations emerged from the ashes of conflict. The war also had a profound impact on the social, political, and economic landscape of the world, shattering the illusion of progress and ushering in an era of uncertainty.